Welcome to another episode of the Straight Shootin Rants. Hey, what is up, people? My name is Straight Shootin LJA, and welcome to another episode of the Straight Shootin Rants. I know it's been a while, but still, a lot's happened, and I would like to know if people feel the same way as I do. And that way is this. When it comes to the government and Boris Johnson and his cronies, I feel like paraphrasing Vince McMahon about Stone Cold Steve Austin from 1998. I'm damn sick and tired of these morons taking the piss out of our fair nation. Oh, God. You know what? This government, this conservative government, has been taking the piss, and as I like to call it, mocking in plain sight for so damn long. And it seems like some people are only just realizing this now in December of 2021 with this scandal of a Christmas party that took place a year ago. These Tories have been mocking for a decade. They've been mocking for 9 years before that Christmas party. So for people to be getting outraged now is just absolutely absurd. And it's like, well, welcome to the party, boys. It's like, welcome to the party. You should have been here a while ago. You should have been here in 2015. You should have been here in 2019 when you idiots were voting for Brexit at the behest of these clowns who don't care and were basically lining their pockets. So it's one of them ones where it's like, it frustrates the hell out of me that some people are only now realizing how much this government has taken the piss out of this nation. And apologies for my profanity, but that's what it is. They're mocking in plain sight and have been for a long time. Boris Johnson, basically a deadbeat dad with 7 or 8 kids running around the place. And I think he's about to have another one with his girlfriend, Carrie, whatever the hell her name is. And it's like, God damn, it's like, dude, number one, keep it in your pants. Number two, get yourself sterilized. Or actually, someone should do it for you. Or actually, someone should have done it for you years ago before you even started having kids. If you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby. As Michael Jackson said, may he rest in peace. Because you want to be starting something, Boris? Well, I guess you've ruined more than you've started. But this government, as I said, have mocked in plain sight for way too goddamn long. From trying to take away free school meals for kids during the summer. Twice. So nice they tried to do it twice. Thank you very much, Marcus Rashford, the hero that Boris Johnson should have been, as I've said before. Matt Hancock. Yet another cheater, philanderer, adulterer, whatever the hell you want to call him. Yet another one. Dominic Cummings, that clown. Dude's wife had COVID, and this dude during the first lockdown is bumping up and down the goddamn country. Mocking in plain sight. Priti Patel. It's like Priti Patel and this whole hostile thing and trying to bring in an Australian style point system that if it had been around when her parents were trying to come into this country, they wouldn't have even got in, and she might have stayed as a gleam in her father's eye and a stain in her mother's panties. So it's like, good God, what is going on? The media have the parasitic media have a major part to play, and they're extremely complicit in this. Same with entities like the BBC, who have become a disgrace, as I vlogged about back in 2019 before the general elections. Their coverage was an absolute disgrace. But you know what? With this whole thing, coming right back to the genesis of this vlog/podcast episode, it's one of them ones. You look at this Christmas party gimmick, and God, I can't even remember her name. She's so irrelevant, I'm not even going to bother trying to remember her name. She's just resigned and giving tears. Oh my God, I don't want to have to give up my job. Crocodile goddamn tears. crocodile tears. Her name Angela, whatever the hell her name is. Angela, Andrea, you know what? She's a jabroni and I don't care. She's another one of the pieces of crap running this country and running it into the ground. Thank you very much. But for me, the fact of the matter is these people mocking in plain sight. Just like Theresa May. Theresa May, when she bloody resigned, it was like, oh my legacy. It took her nearly a week after Grenfell happened, took her nearly a week to go down and see the survivors and the bereaved there. No tears there, but self-serving piece of crap that she was, piece of crap bloody Tory, is one of them, my own legacy, and this other woman resigning recently, where it's like, I mean, I'm sorry to have misled, I'm sorry, it's like, shut up. She's just basically been thrown under the bus so that the Tories could try and salvage some sort of PR. The whole thing is an absolute circus, and for me, it's deflection. Because this all comes at the same time as this Omicron variant of COVID. And it's like, it just so happens that it's like, oh yeah, we might have to have another lockdown. Let's impose another lockdown on people and destroy people's mental health even more than millions of kids being in poverty, even more than the universal credit uplift being taken away, even more than COVID as a pandemic has already destroyed people's mental health. Even more than these lockdowns previously, that people weren't even able to say goodbye to their loved ones because of these idiotic lockdown rules that were a day late, $1 short, and barely even did anything to stop anything anyway. Oh, God. It's one of them ones where it is just utterly frustrating that these people have mocked in plain sight, but yet when someone progressive like Dawn Butler calls Boris Johnson a liar, she gets buried like she's the villain. Someone like, say, Zara Sultana, who comes out and is saying, no, you know what, yeah? This is wrong, this shouldn't be like this. She gets painted as a villain as well. Anybody who speaks up against Boris Johnson, oh no, leave him alone, leave him alone. You realise that kind of idiotic rhetoric is how we got in this problem in the goddamn first place. And there's still people who will defend Boris Johnson. There are still people who will defend him even though he say, oh, I didn't know this happened. I didn't know. You clearly knew what was happening. One of your senior aides apparently was giving bloody awards at this bloody party that was happening when everybody else was told they couldn't have a Christmas and they were in lockdown and people's mental health dropped again. So it's one of them was these scumbags. These are the lowest form of scum, utter degenerates. And the worst thing is, as much as I call them morons, I've said before, it's apathy and idiocy. A marriage and a match made in hell. And that is what a lot of their actions have caused people. Hell. From back in 2017, 18, when they were taking meals from kids in terms of shutting down breakfast clubs because they couldn't afford them, especially in the north of the country in places like Doncaster. And then you got the homelessness minister, Heather Wheeler, at that time saying, oh, I don't know why all these kids are in poverty. And that was back in 2018, because I did a Straight Shootin Rant about that. So it's one of them was these people have been mocking in plain sight for years, obliterating and destroying youth services, destroying the NHS. All of this is deliberate, all of it, to destroy upward mobility of us in the working class, to destroy upward mobility of anybody. Because it's one of them was, how are you going to save money? How are you going to save up for a house when you're living hand to mouth? When you're living paycheck to paycheck? Because the rates of inflation are skyrocketing, but wages are not going up. Or if they are going up, they're way below the price of inflation. Then you're jacking taxes up. To 15-20%, and then it's one of them ones where it's like, you know who that's hitting the most? That's hitting the poorest the most. God damn, I mean, it's one of them where it's like some people need to get their heads out of their asses and stop kissing others' asses as well. Where it's like, realize how much we're getting shafted as a nation. literally getting shafted as a nation. And these people are saying, oh, follow the science, when they ain't even following it themselves. Oh, you must wear a mask, but they ain't even doing it. Oh, you must social distance and stay 6 meters, 6 feet apart from each other. When they're not even doing it. They're going out having parties, laughing at everybody. God damn, I mean, it's one of them where it's like, how much more is it going to take for some people to react? And I'm not encouraging anything specifically. If you want to protest, protest. If you want to do other stuff, you go and do it. The fact of the matter is people need to say wrong, see wrong, or else it will stay wrong. And the longer it stays wrong for, the worse it's going to be for you. Especially those people who are like, oh, it doesn't really affect me. Oh, it's not affecting me now. Oh, it doesn't affect me. It affects other people. It affects ethnic minorities. Yeah, eventually it's going to affect everybody. If the NHS gets sold off, guess what? That affects everybody. If these politicians think they can get away with murder, almost literally, and they can get away with corruption, guess who that affects? Everybody. Eventually, what goes around comes around. And people need to realize that now more than ever. You know what? I am Straight Shootin LJA. Comment section is below. I want to know your views. How much is it going to take for you to realize and think and start speaking up about the government taking the absolute ever-loving piss out of this nation? Do you think this government's done a good job of handling COVID? I don't think so at all. Day late and a dollar short from the very start. But it's one of them ones. Let me know your views. This whole Conservative Party, this whole scandal about a Christmas party that happened years ago, should heads roll? Because I think heads should have rolled a long time ago. This is one in a litany of things that heads should have rolled for. But it's one of them where it's like, who can replace? Keir Starmer's a joke. He's basically a Tory light. So it's one of them ones where it's like, I would personally love to see, say, a coalition, a free woman entity, going for Labour leadership and then potentially for a prime ministership. Bel Ribeiro Addy, Zara Sultana, and also Dawn Butler. I'd love to see those three run because I see them on Facebook, Twitter, and also you see Dawn Butler on Robert Peston's program, among other places. I mean, these women on Facebook are always speaking up. They're always see wrong, say wrong, or else it will stay wrong. They are always calling out what is wrong, calling out them root causes. But you know what? There's some people who have the utter temerity to racially abuse them, to abuse them based on their religious beliefs as well. It's disgraceful. It really, really is. But you know what I said? Let me know your views. Can anybody replace these idiotic Tories? How much corruption are you going to take before you step up and say something? And say something regularly, not just in one particular little time bubble. It's one of them ones, man. It's like, anyway, you know what? I've had enough of ranting. I said I want to know your views. I am Straight Shootin LJA. Facebook.com/Straight Shootin. No G, just an apostrophe. Straight Shootin LJA. Facebook.com/Straight Shootin LJA. And I am at SSLJA on Twitter. I will catch you soon. Thank you for tuning in to the Straight Shootin Rants. See you next time, peeps. Tweet with me, follow me at SSLJA, and comment section is below. Let me know your views.